Alright guys, back with another video. Today I got the MN86S. I did tell y'all in the previous video that I had the MN86S. I just haven't brought it out on video yet, so here it is. I got the G-Wagon here, the AMG G-Wagon. It is the MN86S, part of the MN RC lineup. And this is closely related to the MN128. They share a lot of the same parts, so parts are interchangeable with the MN86 and the MN128. So they're more on the 1/12 scale size, not like the MN78, which is, to me, is smaller than a 12th scale. But anyway, this is the MN86S. It is the G-Wagon version. Look it up. It's about G500, G550 versions. This thing here, man, it's very scale. It is very scale, man. This is a beautiful truck here, y'all. Just looking at the outside, the specs on the outside, it just, man, all the accessories, which you do have to put all these accessories on when you get it. The MN86 only came with a few things already, like the roof rack and the grill and stuff already was intact. Bumper and all that was intact. So all you had to do is add the snorkels, the mirrors, the all your little accessories, your wipers, handles, and all that. One cool thing I like about this too, man, just accessory wise, is this thing has folding step bars, so you can fold them away and then you can bring them back out if you want to. You want to ride like that, that's cool. If you don't, fold them and hide them away, and that's on both sides. I think on the drive step bar, which hides away as well, so I thought that was cool. Nice little accessory. This truck does have the friction shocks as they do, but I think the springs are a little bit stiffer on here than it is on the 128. Now I have to bring the 128 out just to kind of compare it, but this is the green. It comes in black, it comes in gray, white, and it comes in this green. I decided to go for the green with the bloody guts. Like I said, full interior here, very detailed. Doors do open, as you can see. And you can put your little figures in there. Probably about a 6 inch or smaller will probably fit in there just fine. That comes open. The rear doors, they don't open. The back here does open. I had to install the spare wheel rack on here, and this back door is a little tricky, but once you get your fingers, they got a little gadget. It's kind of tricky to get it open, but it comes with a gadget that you can pry it open with. But that's that. But that's the interior. Back got the diamond material, diamond designs. You know what I'm saying? So on the side got the diamond design. So I mean, this is very scale when it comes to this G-Wagon. So very scale. Like I said, it does have two front doors do open, as you can see here. Scale, very scale. It has rear lights, tail lights, and signal lights, and they do work. They are working. They have front headlights that do work, and those headlight covers, I put those on, and these are the signal covers, signal lights, and I put those covers on, as well as the rear. I had to put those covers on it as well. Now, there's no covers on these. I guess these would be the signal lights. Alright, then you got your roof lights, which they are just there for looks. There are no bulbs in these, so but I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, you can make it work, Again, this thing is a brush. We're gonna go with a We're gonna go over the specs here in a little bit, but the hood actually opens as well, and it shows you the motor. And this motor is a 390 can brush motor, and it's a 20 turn brush motor. So you got the red can, so they let you know this is the sports edition, or should I say the S edition. You got your body, you got your motor mount there. And so, like I said, this thing has a lot of upgrades for it. That's long, as well as the 128. Like I said, they have some parts that's interchangeable. This thing has, let's turn it on the bottom side so you can see it. There you go. So if you look at it, it's pretty much like the 128. So that's why I won't go over much of it, just like I already did with the 128. I wasn't going to make this video, but I just decided to make this video to show you the truck itself. But as far as the specs and everything, it's the same as the 128. You know, still has the plastic links, plastic drive shafts, plastic axles. It has metal CVDs inside the axles. Like I said, everything is plastic up under here. You can upgrade to metal links and metal drive shafts and all that, metal wheels. But like I said, for the price point, this is what you get. It's not bad. The battery compartment is up under the truck, and so that's where the 128 is located as well. On and off switch, and that's it, you know. And this thing, like I said, I love the 128 out of the box, and this thing is right away out of the box should perform just as good. Like I said, the only thing that's different between this truck and the 128 is the fact that the springs on the shocks are stiffer on this than it is on the 128. As you see, these have the red springs. I'll have to bring out the 128 here in a second. But another thing that's different is the remote. Now, this MN86S been out a while, so that's basically why this remote is different from the MN78 and the MN128. The MN128 and MN78, they share the same remote because they are some of the newer versions that came out, but this MN86 remote is one of the older remotes, kind of bigger and doesn't have that one-handed driving mechanism on here, so where you can steer with your thumb, and it doesn't have as many controls on the top. Like this only has on and off switch here, and I'm thinking this right here is just your steering trim. I'm guessing steering trim maybe. Like I said, this truck didn't come with any instructions or any manual. It just came with the manuals to put on the accessories. So but yeah, this thing looks pretty good, y'all. Like I said, it looks very scaled, as you can see. Very scaled. So you ask, what do you get out of the box with this truck? So you do, like I said, you get the 2.4 gigahertz radio. You do get a 7.4 volt 1200 milliamp Li-ion battery. You do get a USB charger for the battery to charge it. And if you get the version that I have the 86S version, you get all the different accessories to go on here. Versus the 86 MN86 version, it's just the plain version. You don't get all of the accessories like the snorkel and all these designs, everything. I don't even think you get this either, the spare tire. So alright guys, so I brought out the MN128 version here, and here it is. I need to clean it up a little bit. went out not too long ago. We did some running with this in the MN78, doing a comparison on them, and that video will be coming out shortly once we finish that up. But anyway, like I was telling you here, the shocks on here is very loose. You see how, so the springs are not stiff at all on this MN128 versus the one here on the MN86S. It's pretty stiff. So I think that's gonna keep it from having a lot of that friction shock bounce, but nevertheless I think it's gonna also limit the flex on this crawler here. But maybe not. I guess maybe once you start running this and loosen it up, it should be fine though. Shall see once we do it. But anyway, guys, like I said, both of these are pretty much the same when it comes to just the way it's made. They do use the same setup, so but they got the different motors. So that's the red cam motor, which both of them are 390, but I think like I said, the G body, it has that 20 turn 390, whereas I think this one is a 25 turn, if I'm not mistaken. I could be, can't remember correctly, but I think this is 25 turn in the 128. So again, like I said, I just love the look of these crawlers that MNRC is putting out there. You know, their lineup is pretty good. The scaleness of their RCs, man, they on top of the line when it comes to that. I will say that. From these bodies they coming up with, the Jeep bodies and the G-Wagon over there, even so as you can see the similarity in the bottom side of these crawlers. The only difference, like I said, you see the way they're made, because the G-Wagon has so many different detailed features on here, like the exhaust up under here that's made up under here, and these, like I said, these fold away steps that goes up under here. But besides all that, you looking at the components, the working components on here, and they are the same. They are the same. Now, difference with this, the G body comes with ball bearings, whereas the MN128 comes with bushings, as you see the bushing right there. So that's one of the difference between the 86S and the 128. So, but other than that, all the components are the same. Like I say, everything up under here is interchangeable. So alright guys, that's the quick overview of the MN86 G body. Or should I say, that is the quick overview of the G-Wagon from MNRC. It is the MN86S version, and it is loaded with accessories, and there's so many upgradable parts available for this. It's not even funny. So I can't wait to get this thing out and test it out, and eventually get all of them out together and see, not necessarily just see how they compare to each other out there, but just to get out there and just have fun with it, to be honest with you. But which one is better out of the box? That's hard to say, because these two are pretty much on the same level for the most part. The MN78, not so much, but we'll talk about that in another video, and we'll bring them all out, and we'll look at what you get out of the box. Straight out of the box, no nothing, just straight stock out of the box. And but yeah, MN86S.